of time. Where are they now? All the ghosts from your past, lost in dreams of a time long gone by.
Has Sir Ivor come out again?
No. Why'd he come here, do you think?
To tell my parents about us, snooping round his garden.
We could just say we were exploring. You know, if the drum isn't down Sir Ivor's well and he doesn't seem to know anything about any toxic waste, maybe I got all of this wrong. Maybe Tama will have an idea. I should be getting home anyway. My dad will be worried about me. How do you get out of these things?
Keep it. Wear it when you come back.
Good thinking, 99. That's just another thing we say. No! Come on!
It would appear Titus wasn't imagining things after all. And who do we have here, Louisa?
Yes, I am fully aware of my professional responsibilities, Dr Coigley. Now? Oh, well, you come here. Yes, I'd appreciate that since you feel it's important. No, that's fine. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Cat?
I can't say no, Andrew. She runs the board. I'm not leaving the house while Joe's still missing, and it's important.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let the old battle axe come over if she wants to. As long as she doesn't drag that snivelling sidekick of a husband behind her.
Actually, it's partly because of Joe the old battle axe wanted to see me.
What about Joe?
That's all she'd say.
See, I told you! There is a ghost! Look at her hair. It's all short and horrible like a snake.
It's okay.
I beg your pardon.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Okay. What language is that?
English. I think.
Yes. Well, you should mind. If people were more respectful of each other, there'd be a lot less unpleasantness in the world.
She's not a person. She's a ghost.
Shall we begin again? What is your name?
Joe. Joe Tegan.
And you are a friend of Louisa's?
Yes?
I wasn't aware of a new family coming to live locally, Louisa.
Joe isn't local.
Oh. Then how does she come to be playing in your room? Wearing your pinafore?
We're friends.
Yes, you've explained that. What I'd like to know is how you became friends. Where did you meet?
Here.
In this house?
Yes. It sounds strange, but...
One moment, Louisa. What were you doing in here? How did you get in?
She came through the mirror. I saw her. You're joking.
No.
You mean you actually believe all that garbage about someone looking back at Joe from the mirror?
I don't know. I didn't see anyone.
What about Joe going back in time and changing things?
Well, I saw her go. She just stuck her hand in and... gone.
But Mama!
Titus has a rather overactive imagination, I'm afraid. Perhaps now we can make some sense of this. How did you get in? Well?
What Titus said. It's true.
The mirror.
We know it's hard to believe. We didn't believe it at first.
That's enough, Louisa. I do not like to be contradicted, and this is the end of it.
But, Mama...
I think it is time for Jo to return home. Where are your parents? I asked you a question, Jo. I require an answer. Where are your parents?
What if I can't get back? What if I never see them again?
Your parents? She's lost.
Well, yes.
Well, why didn't you tell me? Instead of confusing me with silly stories. Come along. We'll see what we can do about getting you home.
This whole ghastly business has put you under a terrible pressure, Catherine. Everyone on the board knows that. If you were to request a voluntary suspension from your duties, temporary, of course,
temporary,
I'm sure it would be looked on very sympathetically.
Very sympathetic.
Thank you for the suggestion, Dr Coigley. It's very thoughtful. But it's my job to lead the school through this crisis.
Of course. But with the added pressure of Jo's behaviour, we felt...
2 of her mates are in an isolation unit. If she wasn't upset, we'd be worried.
Andrew, please.
It's all right. I quite agree, Andrew. I simply wanted you to know that I understand, that you have my full support. If there's anything Dennis and I can do...
Anything at all.
Thank you.
Wasn't there something you wanted to tell us about Jo?
Why, yes. Jade has an interesting insight into why Jo might be taking things so hard.
About Mia and Jessie?
Yes.
I'm sure she didn't mean it to happen, Miss Guthrie.
What, exactly?
Go on, sweetness.
Jo had a fight with Jessie. She was always following him around and, but he wasn't interested. Anyway, they were having a dumb argument about the drum and Jo threw the chisel thing. She didn't know what was in the drum. No one did. So, it wasn't really her fault.
Okay, now that's the lot. Now you've got to be really careful with this stuff. Any damage means serious money.
What was I supposed to do?
After Jo went through, I was supposed to follow her, right?
You tried. The hand through the mirror stuff. And?
I couldn't. Nothing happened.
What? You couldn't. And Jo?
I don't think she can get back.
The names of your parents? Their address?
She doesn't remember.
Does not or will not?
Joshua.
I'm asking for the girl's own good, my dear. If there's something she's keeping from us, if she's a fugitive of some kind, a runaway...
I'm not a runaway. I just don't know how to get home. I wish I did.
I'm afraid thus far the police have no report of a young girl having disappeared. It would seem your family have yet to notice your absence, or perhaps are a little reluctant to come forward.
I've done each test 3 times. Silch. I even turned the thing around and did the back in case it was like lead or something. And that was stopping me from getting a reading.
They used mercury on mirrors, not lead.
It was worth a try.
We're going to have to do a chemical analysis. But I don't have the right stuff. You'll have to get us into the chemistry lab at school.
How?
Sneak the keys from wherever your mum keeps them.
I can't if she found out.
Big deal. What about Jo? You don't have a choice.
Royce, I told you I want that phone kept free.
Yeah, okay.
Great. Meet me down there in about 20 minutes. Don't forget the mirror.
No, I didn't mean...
I am aware the less fortunate are not always kindly dealt with under law. It will change, Jo. I can't promise you it will change quickly, but it will change.
I know it will.
I'm glad you share my vision for the future.
And until Jo's parents do come forward?
I suppose it would be best if she were to stay here with us.
Of course. She can share with Louisa.
Thank you, Papa.
Yeah, thanks. It's unreal you guys doing all this for me.
Unreal. It means wonderful.
Indeed. It's the least we can do.
Louisa, take Jo to the kitchen. I'll ask Mrs. Whitelaw to fetch you both some food.
Yes, Mama.
Extraordinary.
You eat standing up, do you?
Sorry?
We're a bit more civilized around here. We have chairs and tables.
They're gone.
Jade doesn't know what she's talking about. Are you sure she was there?
Mm-hmm.
Why would she dream up a story like that deliberately to incriminate someone? I mean, it's just so vindictive.
Maybe she didn't.
Oh, come on. Jo's not a thug.
Well, I don't know. You're the one she talks to. All I get's the surly silences. I keep thinking about what she said when I told her, you know, about Mia and Jessie.
She didn't mean she...
It's all my fault. That's what she said.
I shall be taking lunch in my room.
Oh, shall you now?
I have some correspondence I'm anxious to complete. That is all. And who might you be?
Oh, don't mind her. She's just another of Mr. Iredale's charity cases.
Get Arnie to bring me up a lunch tray, will you?
Arnie?
Yes, Mrs. Whitelaw.
Lunch tray for Mr. Frid. Too good to eat with the likes of us, eh? Oh, that'll do for him.
Titus, stop being so rude. We have a guest.
That's fine. We never worry about stuff like that at home. You have a job making Royce wait. He eats twice as much as anyone else anyway. Probably needs a head start.
Mrs. Whitelaw, what are you doing?
Just trying to make the girl feel at home.
But she was fine.